Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get into mobilizing your legs and your arms. We'll start with the arms. Really, in the arms, you generally can stretch the muscles in the arms and get that tension out of them, but sometimes, especially the tricep being the largest muscle in the arms, or the forearms can get quite sore, and then we can actually use our lacrosse ball to get some of that tension out. And it's really quite simple. We just lie down, put the ball underneath the tricep muscle, and we roll back and forth on it. And again, we can put as much weight and pressure as we want. We can help with the other hand on top of the bicep to create pressure on it, and then we can move back and forth on it again. It's about relaxing all through that. We can come up higher, do it down lower, all the way down toward the elbow. And that's really as simple as it is to mobilize through the arms. So we slide back and forth like this. Just giving a massage through that muscle, releasing all the tension out of it as much as we can. And with the forearms, it's the same thing. We can actually just come into this kneeling position, and then again I just put my hand over the top to create some weight and pressure onto that, or I can bring my whole body over the top and just slide, rolling back and forth on any area of the forearm, even on the inside of it. Sometimes a lot of tension builds up, so, and again assisting with more weight over the top if I want more pressure on that. So that's really it for the arms. For the legs, obviously a bigger region, and a lot of the muscles in the legs are so connected to our hips, where we hold so much tension, that we really want to make sure that we release the tension through our legs, and especially particularly through our ITB. So we'll start with there. The ITB is a band that's connected from our hip all the way down to our knee, so we can end up with some knee problems with our rotation in our knee if we don't take care of adjusting through our ITB. So to release it, we just put the ball on the outside there of our leg. It's just through the outside, and then we come and roll forward onto it to create that pressure on that region. Now, as we become more adapted to releasing through there and we start actually getting through some of that muscle, we can come onto it and stay on it for longer periods of time. So just come up, and then we can even maybe rock back and forth on it. This is a very sensitive region for most people, so go easy with it, guys. Remember, it's important that you stay relaxed as you are releasing any muscle, because if you are tensing up, you are actually putting more tension into that muscle rather than releasing tension out of it. Okay, and we can actually take it all the way down to the knee. Just like that. Okay, so next we can mobilize all through our quadriceps. So anywhere from the hip all the way down through the center of the leg, through the side of the leg, through the outside, through the inside of the leg. Any region again that feels tight, it's totally up to you guys of where and how much you do this. Like I said, so I want you to do a minimum of 15 minutes each night, but if you start really enjoying this, I mean, you can mobilize for however long you want. I really found that this is such a good way to relax not only the body, but also relax your mind. So you kind of feel almost like it's meditation, where, especially if every time after you've released through one region, you come up in between and just either lie on your back and relax, or I generally I like to sit and just feel the release that I've put into that, taken out of that muscle, the tension I've taken out. So front of legs, so back of the legs. So the back of the legs I generally find that's easiest to do sitting, But again, generally it's kind of like the bicep muscle, it's not one that gets very tight. So if it does though, you can release through the back of the leg. You can put more pressure on it by leaning forward. So if you lean forward on it, then you can feel that you're putting more weight into the back of the leg. All the way down through the back. Now, a way that we can actually get a better release through the back of the legs that also gets our calves at the same time is fantastic, is to come into this kneeling position, put the ball here at the back of the leg, and basically come back down into kneeling over the top of it. And as we kneel over the top of it, we put pressure both on the hamstring on the back of the leg muscle and through the calf muscle. It's an amazing release, this one. So we can do that all the way from inside the crevice of the back of the knee and come down and put weight onto it. Or if that's too heavy to sit on it, what you can do is you can sit in this position, put it in the back and just pull in. Just pull in with your hand and squeeze through, squeeze on into the ball. Anywhere from, like I said, inside the knee, on the inside or at the outside. Do every region, whatever feels good for you, and just pull into that region. Perfect. Okay. Last two that I want to show you is these muscles here through like the top of the knee joint, the VMO. Also is a region that gets very tight, so this one we can release easily through, if I show you, maybe I'll come this way, is through putting the ball just on top of, on that muscle there, lay down on our bellies, and then just bend at the knee up and down as that fascia slides over the ball. And we can find all different little pinpoint areas for that as well, as long as we're not coming directly over the knee joint. And so then the same for the outside. So put that ball on the outside of the knee, and again lifting back and forth as I just lie down and relax as you slide back and forth. Okay, and then my final one for you guys is just specifically for the calves. Oh, second final one, specifically the calves, any way you want to go with it. Quite simple, quite easy. Move your hips back and forth on it if you want. And the last one finally, which feels amazing, is your feet. You can do this sitting down. Maybe you want to start with it sitting down if you're sensitive through the undersides of your feet. But the feet, as if you guys aren't familiar with reflexology, apparently every single nerve that goes through our body ends in the bottoms of our feet. And so by releasing through our feet, we basically give ourselves a full body massage. So if that's not enough pressure on it, then you can come standing up and put weight into the ball, put more pressure into it. You can stop on certain regions, come stand up, put weight onto it, release, come into another area, do the same thing. And yeah, you got it, guys. So that's releasing through your arms and through your legs. So again, there's no right or wrong in which areas you release. It's all up to you of where you feel that tension in your body. But again, remember to relax into it, come up between each time that you've released a certain muscle, sit for a bit and just enjoy the feeling of releasing.